Channel Black Podcast. It's the 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 Channel Black Podcast. Welcome back to the Channel Black Podcast.
Yo.
We got Corey C, aka Controversy C.
Well, just controversy.
We got L Green,
Yeah.
aka. Nah, I ain't no aka. But you can't have RBG without the green.
Can't get it without it, baby.
So, welcome to the Channel Black Podcast, South Florida's very own voice to discuss all things black from a male point of view. 3 kings, 3 different views. Thanks for listening. Each episode we're working on trying to get better, so continue to grow with us. And we appreciate all our viewers, all our subscribers, and
all our Twitter followers, like 2 or 3 of y'all. But I appreciate y'all. Trust that. Y'all keep me crunk on it.
yeah, definitely. Tell a friend that we got a podcast, and it's called the Channel Black Podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So before we jump on in, our Instagram, the Channel Black Podcast. Our Facebook is Channel Black. Our Twitter is Channel_podcast. And our email is the Channel Black Podcast at yahoo.com. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on into this thing. We gonna jump into the I think we teased it last week. We're in the community/health channel. We're gonna discuss Dr. Sebi and Nipsey Hussle. How do we keep that legacy alive and things that they've done in their life that we admire or that we liked or in the way that their life ended. We want to touch on how we all kind of feel on that situation. All right. I know Corey C has been talking to me about this all week, so I know he's ready to jump on in this. What we got, Corey C? I'm sorry. My fault. Controversy C. What we got?
All right. First of all, it's just controversy. There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
It takes a minute. I'm going to get it. I promise I'm going to get it.
Get it? Okay. But when it comes to Nipsey Hussle and Dr. Sebi, I mean, these guys are on to something. I'm going to say more so Dr. Sebi with the whole, curing certain diseases and herpes. What else did he cure? Herpes, AIDS, cancer,
Blindness,
diabetes. Diabetes, like you name it.
What goes on?
He used all this just off a plant-based diet. Nipsey Hussle, that kind of hit different. For the fact that he said, if they kill me, y'all better ride. Before he even started doing this stuff, it's almost like he knew that was going to happen by him putting out a documentary about something that can potentially help us without having to go to doctors and using all our money to buy these medicines that kind of make us worse or whatever like that. So I feel like Nipsey Hussle was also assassinated because he was like kind of going to disrupt the pharmaceutical business. So if you can really heal yourself by changing to a plant-based diet, then what you need medicine for? So doctors go out of business, pharmacies go out of business. There's no more Walgreens. There's no more CVS. So I feel like the government just don't want that to happen. So what's the conclusion? Oh, let's just take them out. And that's crazy. So I mean, it just lets you know that America is a business. It ain't no free land of the free. That's the perception, but that's not what it is. And it's a shame that a man who had a beautiful family, wife, children, legacy.
Multiple.
Yeah, well, Nipsey had multiple. Nipsey?
I thought you were talking about Dr.
No.
Sebi.
Dr. Sebi had multiple wives.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Nipsey first. Then I'm
yeah,
talking about Dr. Sebi because but Nipsey, he like this man had a family, and it's so many other branches that connected Nipsey as far as why he was killed, who they used to kill him. It's like they always use one of us to kill one of us.
I agree.
Which is crazy, and that's the part that really frustrates me because like remember we talked about Willie Lynch. You can't even trust your own brothers. the distrust they put in us. Like they use jealousy, envy to take out your brother, and this man was doing something with his life before he killed Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was
Sebi.
Sebi. I'm sorry, nobody can really know pronounce his name.
Sebi.
Well,
Dr. Sebi.
you call him Dr. Sebi. I call him Alfredo Bauman.
Well, that's his real name.
Yeah, so I mean, because he said from his words is that's the name they gave me.
Yeah, well,
So,
he didn't. He was a.
He didn't really like. He didn't call himself a doctor. I think that was the title that they gave him because he wasn't practicing medical.
No, he wasn't.
Medicine.
He wasn't.
He was giving you natural remedies, and that's why he felt like I'm not a doctor, but if you want to, I mean, I'm
Right.
healing people because of the herbs and the different techniques that he was using, all natural stuff, nothing medical by any means.
And all a doctor is a qualified practitioner of medicine and physician.
So I mean, and he did that. I mean, he wasn't doing any of that. He was just doing all natural herbs, which were healing people, and people didn't like that. I mean,
or
the government.
okay, say
The
what
government,
it
the government
is.
didn't like that
Say what it
because it, like you said, it was just disrupting the
money
finances.
Digging in
Yeah.
their pockets and everything
That's a
digging in their pockets.
$1 trillion corporation right there. Like that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you message these guys missing $1 billion checks because of what this man can do.
Exactly.
They gonna stop that.
Messing up $1 billion check because you can go eat a mango or pineapple and feel better. No, they ain't gonna have it that way. They need that check in regulation.
Well, that's how you know everything that we need is here on this earth already.
That's true. But I would say this too, because I mean we talking about Dr. Sebi. Was it 1987 when he had that HIV trial that he beat?
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's unheard of.
And he represented himself.
That's
He
unheard of.
represented himself and won.
And I think in the trial he had to prove his accusations, as they would say,
Mm-hmm.
and they asked, I believe it was, I want to say it was 7 or 9 people, and I think he ended up bringing triple of that to prove that that his methods work,
Yeah.
and that's crazy. That that's how you got to get off. It ain't just like, listen, I'm doing something good, but now I got to prove it to you.
So I'm saying, why was that such a crime? To think about it, if let's say you got a brother that's sick or whatever, and you just take care of him.
Well, they called it a crime because they were saying that he was practicing medicine without a license.
What
But he wasn't practicing medicine. That was his thing. He was practicing naturalism. He was
Herbalism.
Herbalism.
Yeah.
So
Herbalist. He was an herbalist.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the crime in that?
people didn't like it because, I mean, again,
The
because
crime was
stopping the
taking
money.
out of
Exactly.
the,
Well, I'm just saying. I'm asking rhetorical questions because it's crazy.
taking money from big medicine.
That's crazy.
That's it.
We need that.
That's
We
crazy.
need this money. Big medicine. We can't survive without it.
But he
the
also
people can.
just so
And they ain't want you to know. They don't. These are the hidden secrets they don't want you to know.
Wait.
And which is why he had a real powerful quote, which was my apologies.
If it don't come from the earth, it ain't meant for your body.
because we're carbon based people. So
I got you, Green.
I appreciate the back
I
up
got
there.
you. Another thing too, that I liked about Dr. Sebi was or as I like to call him, Alfredo Bauman. He was saying, like, okay, if your mangoes don't grow in every region, apples don't grow everywhere, like all fruits don't grow in everywhere. So certain regions is meant for certain things. The body where you're born, the food that's there is meant for you. Like if you're born in Honduras, the food in Honduras is meant for you. If you're born in Saudi Arabia, the food that's grown in that area is meant for you. You can't take.
But when you stole it from Africa, my apologies. How do you know what food?
Before I even go that far though, you can't take some food that's grown in Saudi Arabia and take it to a different country and expect that to grow the same way. That's not how that works.
that's true.
Like different soil is for different stuff, and at different times of the year, this stuff grows. So if you take these seeds, we'll say people, and put them in a different place and expect them to thrive off the food that you're giving them, that's not how that's supposed to work.
But
I can understand.
But I do say that black people are the original people on this earth. So I feel like we can adapt. I feel like we can adapt anywhere.
But look at our statistics of how our bodies are reacting to some of this food that we're
Except the
eating.
cold though.
But I don't know if is it the foods or is it what they're putting in the foods?
No, it's the food. We're not supposed to be eating these. I think we're mutating, honestly.
Mutating. That's
Yeah, I would say we're
You gonna be
mutating.
X-Men?
No, okay, this is why I say we're mutating. The kids are some of the kids are coming out, not to be rude, but they're coming out with all these conditions and
Kids. It's not just kids.
baby.
Adult- I
Well,
mean,
I'm saying they're coming out with malfunctions and dysfunctional type of physical, mental, whatever it is. But the more time goes on, the worse these things are getting.
all right, that's
Like it's more autistic kids, and more,
you
kids
think
with Down
it's the
syndrome.
food? You think it's
The
the
food,
food?
vaccines, everything that plays into it. But back then, it wasn't that much of that going on.
But see, was it not that much, or wasn't reported as much? It seems like we have more people now. Not saying that you're wrong. I'm just trying to look at it from all angles.
That's one way to look at it. But when I said that we can adapt anywhere, I read somewhere where it said, we all have signs. Like we're children of the sun. White people are children of like the cold or something like that, or water or something like that. Why you think? I think that because you ever see white people they jogging when it's cold with no shirt on. It's nothing but us. It's
They just different.
I think that's what
different.
they're natural. That's what they're naturally drawn to, the cold. They love the cold. We don't. We love.
Yeah, that's you generalizing. But I would say
I read it's like our
No.
sign is the sun, their sign is like the winter, and it's like it's different seasons.
What I say is I was taught that we definitely were made to endure the heat. But
Right.
our noses are
Spread
made the
up,
way that it is,
more
so we
oxygen.
can take in the air
Right.
versus the Caucasians.
White people?
They take in
The white
the
man.
cold. They take in the cold a little differently than we do. So
Hey, but before we go any further, the quote I was looking for, I said it was me, green. I call them honkies, yes sir, I said it. But the quote I was looking for from Dr. Sebi was, a society, I didn't want to butcher it, which is why I didn't try to memorize it, but a society that keeps cures a secret so they can continue to sell medication for huge profits is not a real society, but a huge mental asylum.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's a deep ass quote.
That's something I would have said.
that's stuff that'll get you killed.
That's something
But that goes back to the beginning of what we were talking about, of why this man was killed for healing people with herbalism. My apologies, when they were trying to say it was medication, he was practicing medicine when it wasn't as such. And he probably didn't even have to tell us. If we pick up a book and read, I've heard the quote, to keep anything from a black man, you put it in the book if you want to keep it from
But
him.
also him and his one of his wives in 1970s, they was like taking trips to Mexico and South Africa,
They were
Brazil.
doing
Like
things.
they were traveling to these countries to get these herbs.
Mhm.
And so I mean that's not something that the everyday American's gonna do, or that costs.
Yeah.
That costs. I mean, unless you got money to just blow like that, But I would say if somebody starts that as a business, like they have like planes or cargo ships, they can go to these places and get it and do a wholesale. Yeah, but that's what.
But he was doing more research. I mean, he was doing more research and finding. Like, I don't think he came with the knowledge of knowing what he was going to find. I think once he got to those locations, he learned, oh, this is good for this. This is good for that. From the native people there.
Yeah. Well, they had conversations with these guys because they said whatever disease. Because like I think in Mexico it was like a snake that was killing them, and they would use certain seeds or certain foods to cure that. So he asked them what was curing this, or what was curing this particular disease, and then he'll go look for that and get it, and he'll bring it back to down here. Actually, Green, tell them some of the stuff that they can get that Dr. Sebi used for his diet.
Well, actually, what he was giving you was more of an eating in rhythm. So, when to eat certain foods or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. And what he would say was from 5 a.m. to 12 noon is when you should be intaking more fruits, water, kelp. The body, he says, flushes and cleanses out. And I'm guessing from this time frame, from 5 a.m. to 12 noon. Then from 12 to 3, you should be eating more of your vegetables, your cells replenish and feed the body minerals.
That's crazy.
Chlorophyll, melanin, and carbon. And then from like 3 to 8, you should be intaking more of your solid foods. Can be eaten, but don't eat after 8 if possible. And I know that's like one of the biggest and hardest things to do is not eat after a certain time because our schedules are so conflicted and so crazy. I know myself. I'm guilty of eating whenever I'm ready to eat. Shit, when I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat.
I gotta go right to bed. I gotta go right to bed at 8:00 then. For me,
I don't know about going right to bed. Yeah, that's the only way I will. That's the only way I have to set myself at 8:00
drink a whole bunch of
bedtime.
water and do something, keep your mind occupied or something like that. But if you have work, that's kind of hard. If you have work,
not only work, but if you have children, if you have after school activities or after work activities, you're trying to go to the gym, you're trying to do this. By the time you get home, for the most part, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Anything you want to do, you could do it. You gotta balance, find balance.
It's called focus and balance. Exactly.
You gotta find a little structure. If it's something you want to do, just put it in your mind and do it. Like I feel like we could find an excuse for why we can't do things quicker than we can find an excuse to do things.
But the things that we need to do are not so convenient. Like it's hard to have this plant-based diet and this vegan diet.
Convenience.
No. Okay, look. You could say you driving down the street.
As far as money or
money and convenience. You driving down the street. It's 30 McDonald's on the side of the road. It's 30 burgers. Even so, that shit ain't good for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like, but it's all on the side of the road. You gotta know a vegan spot to go to a vegan spot.
And not only is it all on the side of the road, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be cheaper than that vegan spot too.
Yeah, way cheaper. You can get 10 nuggets from Burger King for. I'm mad I said their name. Yeah, but $1.49. I feel like they gotta pay me for this shit. But
No
like
free
you can,
promo.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can get that for $1.49. You got $3. You got some food.
Really?
You got $3. You a vegan. You gotta try to go to Publix and
get some fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, you probably get like a little platter of watermelon or something like that.
Yeah, I seen Publix have 4 limes for $5.
What?
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. 4 limes.
That shit gonna stay right there.
4 limes. Not 4 bags of lime, 4 limes, 4 little green.
What are they doing by the weight?
I don't know what it was, but it was 4 limes for $5. No, them bitches were like golf ball size limes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not the easiest thing to be a vegan or a vegetarian in this point of time because the food that's not good for you is so easily accessible, and then they got all these. It's like everybody got businesses on the side with crab legs and chicken wings and. It just this thing, a lot of stuff looks so good. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a diet myself where I only eat this stuff once a week. You know what I'm saying? Twice on a bad week.
Forward to that once.
I do. That's the bad thing. I look forward to that cheat day.
But you gotta have that. You have to have that because when I first started dieting or whatever the case may be, and I went down. I had to have that cheat day. You have to have that cheat day because that motivates you to keep your diet. Right. Exactly. If you don't have that and you try to just maintain a diet.
You're gonna go cold turkey one day.
Yeah, you're gonna just quit.
Like, man,
it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another quote from Dr. Sebi that says, "A healthy body is worth more than any dollar amount. You don't want to be the wealthiest person on a hospital bed."
Who that happened to?
That shit deep, baby.
What's that guy
Steve
name?
Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Well, he needed
like money. I don't know what it was, but money's not gonna keep you healthy. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not taking care of yourself,
Not to go off topic, but do you think these guys really dying?
Are they gone?
I think they shell is gone, but I feel like no, but I don't want to be a conspiracy guy.
But Futurama, they head in the jaw somewhere.
No, listen, man. Like you ever see the movie Selfless and stuff like that, where it's like these guys, these rich guys, they kind of like go into a different shell, but they still have their brain, their thoughts, and their memory.
You sound like you've been watching Get Out some movie.
No, I feel like they put out movies. And they give you a little glimpse of what's going on behind the scene. That's not all imagination.
So you think they took Steve Jobs' brain out and put it in another cell that was waiting for him?
They feel like civilization feel like they want to keep the people who has the most brains and the most imagination.
They want
the most to them
entrepreneurs.
The biggest entrepreneur because they feel like they're the ones who pushing society forward. So they don't care about us. To them, we're like ants. We're like the fillers. We keep the small stuff going, but they feel like they're pulling the strings. So I feel like Steve Jobs not dead. But the shell that we seen is dead. Like it's gone. That's gone. But he's in a younger body walking around.
It was a movie like that for real.
Selfless.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's called Selfless. Like it's a rich man that he got to a younger body. Yeah, man. I feel like that's really true because remember, the guy who's in the wheelchair, he's like really rich. Like he's all fucked up.
Frail.
You
talking about Stephen Hawkins?
Yeah, that's who you talking about. Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, Stephen Hawkins. Yeah, Hawkins gone.
He gone, and that body. I feel like he gone. That body's gone.
He was very smart, but he gone.
But I feel like he's somewhere. Like I feel like he's somewhere in Dubai or something like that or whatever. I don't know, man.
He was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair. Then he walking around now. That's how I feel.
I mean,
it's something like conspiracy, but I I feel like this world goes beyond.
Only you know, it sounds like a conspiracy.
Listen, I feel like this world goes beyond our understanding.
I agree.
The world kind of we take something and we make our own sense of it. Like the word lion, like the animal lion and the word, who made it up? They looked at it and said, we're gonna call that a lion. Whatever. Come on, think about it.
No, I agree.
But
that's you trying to figure out where the concept for everything comes from.
No, I'm saying they made it up.
Somebody had to agree with it though.
They did, but whoever runs civilization.
Think about the words. Think about the words we saying right now for understanding.
They made it up.
It was all, but it's
somebody
communication. Somebody had to agree with it.
Listen, but a bit had to be like, okay, I understand what you're saying.
In Africa, we said, ooh. That's how we communicate.
It made sense though,
right?
We understood.
It was also made up too.
But look, if I do this,
taught from birth.
If I do this and pick this up and hand it to you, the next time I do, you say, "Oh, he want to give me his phone."
But again, that's just how it is.
But actions kind of make the word, like the actions kind of make, like images and actions make you
not even
understand something.
We could literally make our own language.
Right. How you think babies understand what we're saying? You like, give me that bag over there. give me that remote. You say, give me the remote. You say, you see remote. You see remote. I'm just saying, like, you
don't know nothing about that.
You don't know about
it. Come on, man.
E40, baby.
Come on,
my weebles.
My weebilization there. He lame though. Whatever.
Man, crazy.
I think it's lame.
40 the man.
What did you say, lame?
Man, 40 been holding down for how long? Like,
he's probably older than you. He's been rapping longer than you've been living.
Exactly. Yeah, whatever. He lame though.
Hurricane.
But I'm saying, like,
40 that man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But I feel like everything is made up, and whoever I say they because I don't know who the fuck. Who I don't know who they is, but whoever they is, they need their ass whooped.
Why? What don't we need to communicate?
Huh?
Don't we need to communicate?
I'm talking about the way the U.S. is ran. Period. Like,
but I'm saying though, all right, communication though. You saying communication? I'm thinking, don't we need a standardized way to communicate? Like in the U.S., obviously it's different because you got many different nationalities. So, but you still need a standardized way to communicate with everybody.
Do you know why the English language is the hardest language?
Tell me.
Because we have so many of the same words that means different meanings. That's why they say English language is the hardest. They there.
Yeah.
Three that sound the same, but they're spelled different. It means different words. THEIR means there as people like there over there.
Okay.
THERE is like over there, like that's location.
Let's go over there. Okay.
Right, so it's like in THEY apostrophe RE, like it's all those means different things, but they sound the same.
We know who paid attention in English class.
I'm just saying, I did
we all did. We knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. But I'll say this though, we know that, and sometimes when you don't use it often, I know a lot of people might use
it's just
it
used incorrectly.
Yeah, it might be used the wrong way.
The biggest word I see used incorrectly is woman. I see a lot of people spell woman as WOMEN. And I just can't.
Women.
That's exactly
women. Yeah,
that's the hyphenated version. The woman is WOMAN. Well, I'm sorry, not hyphenated, but that's the plural version.
Come on, bro. We can't be trying to sound smart.
Plural version. My apologies. No smart.
Say, hold on. Women spell hyphenated.
Put a hyphen in it.
Hey, tell Green to sit his ass down somewhere.
Well, hold on. We gonna that's that Nova
education, right? No, that Nova education got a wild nut, baby. That Nova education is appreciated. Trust that, because it damn sure prepared me for this world.
Now we clowning Green right now, but
it's not hyphenated. It's plural. I know that.
It's too late out there.
It don't matter. The correction out there too.
And you're gonna have to get that diploma. They're gonna recall his diploma.
Hey, I had walk backwards anyway, bitch, just in case.
Nah, but we good. But we was talking about. So you say it's a shell. What do you feel happened with Nipsey Hussle then? His death.
I feel like Nipsey Hussle was an example of don't just not a tree you guys want to climb. Yeah, so they killed him. They killed him saying, "All right, you guys do not want to fuck with this part of with this organization. So you fuck with our money, we kill you."
I mean, it's easy to say that, but I mean, the person that killed him, if he doesn't say that, I mean, if it was, because they're making it seem like it was somebody in this, I don't say in his circle, but it's a hater. That was somebody would want somebody in his circle.
Listen,
I mean, as I say, I'm just going by what the media is reporting.
Nipsey been gangbanging since we've known him. Nipsey been gangbanging since we've known him. All of a sudden, he finna do a damn. He's giving back to the community.
But not all of a sudden. He's been doing that.
No, I'm saying when the light got shed on it, like I didn't know about this stuff until like maybe a year ago.
Nah, he's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, he probably has. I'm saying the young generation. Like I didn't know.
Active,
I didn't know until as of to recently. But I'm saying like when he gets popular from what he's doing.
See, that's saying you saying when he got popular to you, he's been doing what he's been doing.
My perspective, like I didn't know about Nipsey Hussle. I knew about him, but I didn't really pay attention until I saw his business endeavors and what he was doing for the community. So when like it's like soon as that kind of it started getting really popular. Like it's all over the internet what he's doing. Whatever he get killed, and then he said because of gang violence. That was just an excuse.
I mean, it's possible. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't know if we could just jump to that leap. Take to that. We can't go there directly. Yeah, we can't go there.
The reason why I said it was a hit because
it was a hit. I mean,
I'm saying like, it was an orchestrated hit, and he was paid to do that by a higher power because when he shot him, he came back and like made sure he was dead, kicked him, shot him again.
That sounds like a crime of passion.
Yeah, it does. But who kills somebody and does all that?
Somebody who really hates this person.
Yeah, but usually when somebody shoots somebody, pow pow pow, they getting the hell up out of there.
Nah, he hated him to
go to jail for life.
Hey,
that's down.
But think about it. He was beloved in Compton. He was beloved on that side. Like I respect. I put it like this. So Green put me on to Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Green put me. I remember the song was 100 show.
Yeah,
him and Rick Ross, and I was like, "Dang, this is a hard song." It made me listen to him more and more. Then once I learned on the stuff he was doing outside of music, that made me really like, damn, this dude really he get it.
Dig his character.
He get it. Yeah, like I like what he doing outside of music. His music brought me in, but the stuff he was doing outside of music really was like put me in a different level when I looked at the dude.
I never once said, "Let me hear that Nipsey Hussle." It wasn't
my cup of tea. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
To each his own, though.
Well, he like his music wasn't my cup of tea, but that's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
That's cool.
But
you can't say you can't say you deny the stuff he did outside of music.
I never said that.
See, that's
what made me a fan of Nipsey Hussle as far as the man he was outside of music.
And that's what I think makes him. I don't want to say that's what makes him a legend because of the stuff, not just music wise, but what he was doing outside of music. Like people really want, like people, I feel like when they look at Nipsey, like, how can I emulate that? Or how can I contribute in my community like he did?
But I think just how Tupac got assassinated, I think that's why Nipsey Hussle got assassinated. A gangbanger who can possibly unite the streets off that kind of fan base and still have a huge following and make so much impact and make these game beggars clean up the streets. I don't think they want that. Like the police, they want violence. They want to kill each other. They want drugs in the street.
Yeah.
When the Black Panther was trying to take drugs off the street, they was fighting the police because the police wanted the cocaine on the streets.
No, they didn't want it. They were putting it on.
Yeah, they were putting it and they wanted to stay on the streets.
Yeah.
So they act like, they're trying to get the drugs off the street. No, they wanted it on the street.
Frank Lucas told you what it was. They were cutting that shit and putting it right back on the street. For the same damn price, but it wasn't the same product. So yeah, we ain't sugarcoating shit. They was putting it back on the streets, selling it to our people when the Black Panther was trying to remove it and clean up the communities.
Yeah. I mean, I'm mad about the whole situation, but honestly, when that happened, like I literally was like furious when I heard about it. I was hoping it was a dream, or hoping it was a joke, but it really is a testament of the world we live in. It just ain't our world. Like we just really pawns in their games.
It's crazy because, like you said, it was reminiscent to me of Tupac because that's the feeling. Like I remember when it happened. Like it put me in that same mind frame of where I was when I heard about. Now, mind you, I was a lot younger.
96, right?
Yeah, I was a lot younger, but it was like
4.
when Tupac when Tupac got killed, it was like. Nah, he got shot before, man. He gonna pull through.
Right,
he gonna pull through because he just got shot 5 times before.
Right.
He'll be alright. So I didn't think nothing of it when that happened. So but when this happened, I was like, dang, Nipsey, I wasn't expecting that because he's a good dude, man. I from all that we've heard from Nipsey, it's always been positive. Like, okay, yeah, he a gangbanger, but I feel like his extracurriculars. I mean, I feel like the other stuff he was doing outshadowed whatever other stuff, the negative portrayal that they had of him.
You know what's crazy? Tupac did the same thing. He said he wasn't really the guy he portrayed on his music.
Pac was deep.
Yeah, he was more of an intellectual guy. He said, you know what, this
Pac
music
was
right here is
really
gonna get the attention and relate to him, and then I'm gonna pull him with this. Like he was gonna get, it's like get him in a tent. Then, oh, while y'all here, listen to this.
He was deep.
Yeah,
He was always
and I think,
uplifting.
and they knew that, and they said this guy can really get a following. Gotta take him out. They still haven't found out.
Pimp C too.
I don't know about Pimp C. I don't know about
Gotta
him.
get into him, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Pimp
know
C
about
was
I heard something about it,
preached
though.
about this community as well.
Yeah.
He was trying to get unity within the black hip hop, telling them we don't need what we need them for. We the ones putting out all this hot track, all this
That's
music.
true. That's true.
That's what P turned down $1 million. Master P turned down $1 million because he was like, I know if you willing to give me $1 million for
You know
this,
what I'm worth.
You can make a lot more.
we'll crack it on my own.
Yeah, you can
That's
make a lot
crazy.
more.
That's crazy.
And I wish more of us had that mindset.
Nah,
Yeah,
they-
but
they
you know
want
what
that
I
quick
think a lot of
dollar.
times though? A lot of times I think a lot of people build up something so that we can sell it
That's what
for a lot of money.
That's what they do.
Like let me build up this business so Apple could come back and buy it for $100 million, and then we good. But then if they buying it for $100 million, like you
They
say,
know it's worth way
it's
more.
it's more.
If
way
they buying it
more
for
than that.
$100 million, they finna make $100 billion off it. They not gonna
And
spend
they
that.
gonna pass that shit down to their children.
Exactly.
Generational wealth.
We talk about it on here, man. That's what we're trying to
Generational
acquire
wealth.
for our
That's
people.
crazy.
It's generational wealth.
Dang, it's funny like you say that, right? That remind me of what we were talking about before. If you don't have, I feel like we gotta have mentors to be able to let us know certain stuff like that. Like if nobody telling you how, and like you say, if it ain't in the book, a lot of people don't know.
If
But
it is in the book, a lot
I'm
of people
sorry,
don't
if
know
it-
because they're not gonna go read that book.
But at the same time, if you have somebody that's pulling your coattail, letting you know, hey,
You need
this
to
is
read
the-
this book.
you need to
Exactly.
read, telling you what books to read.
Exactly. You need to pick this up, and that's what Pimp C did. Pimp C would tell you what you, hey, read this book, read that book, read this through his music. Okay, it's through a verse, so you might have to pick up on it and listen to what he's telling you. But if you
I
do
know.
pick up on it, you go read that book, it might teach you something that you needed to learn, or something you ain't know.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of leaders that
But
come
we-
through with a lot of areas trying to help us.
But when you say mentor, who's the right now? Like, this, like it's kind of like what mentors we have right now. to
Who?
be honest.
That's a good question. I feel
You
like
always
we've
bring
had.
up Dr. Umar.
Yeah, Dr. Umar is
To you, right? You would
to
consider
me,
him a mentor?
I'm a supporter of Dr. Umar.
What I'm gonna
Johnson.
say is though, it's hard to have mentors or pillars of your community when they always being taken away from you. At any moment, they could be assassinated for trying to help you.
True, but I'm saying like just personal mentors, or where you have. I don't want to say the church, but because the church house can be used for other things besides worshiping Jesus. They can be used. That can be like a community center. To
That's
be
what it
honest.
should be used
Right.
for.
So I feel like,
But it's just.
but it's like
collection agency.
nowadays,
Collection agency.
you know, debt collectors. But
That's all it is.
nowadays, I feel like churches that have these supposed to be mentors and these priests, whatever, like you send your children there to be mentor, and they come back molested.
Damn.
Not to say that every preacher or priest or even just members in the church are doing that, but that's very common now. So how can you trust? You can't trust your kids with anybody no more. I feel like the world we live in, it kind of negates it. Like you can't do that no more. I don't feel comfortable. I won't feel comfortable sending my child off with. Even with family, you can't do that no more because
Gotta
family
be
touch the
careful.
kids. So it's like at that point, I feel like you got to be your own children's mentor. Like you can trust yourself. Some people can't even trust themselves. So it's like, where you go from there?
Well, that's why I told y'all. I think it was the Father's Day episode. If y'all didn't check that out, go back and check that out. Father's Day episode.
I heard it. It was pretty good.
I'm pretty sure you heard it. You was on it. But that's why it's my goal is I want my kids to be. I want to be their mentor, their idol, because I trust myself to make sure that I'm doing what I feel is right for them. So it's but again, I didn't have too many mentors. Like I tell you right now, I got a dude that really has been schooling me on a lot of stuff. And again, I can't say that my father wasn't always there, but he was there from time to time, and I learned a lot from him, good, bad, and indifferent. But I have like my uncles. I got my barber when I was a kid. Like he would school me on different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say was good mentors. Like he was the football coach, and he also instill life stuff in guys. I had a teacher. He wasn't a black dude, but I had a coach, Coach Val. He was a white dude. he used to school us in class on stuff that you need to pay attention to when you come out of school. It wasn't just school stuff. Like, I consider those people as mentors that really wasn't just telling you what was going on right now. They were telling you stuff that's going to benefit you later on in your life as a man. And I don't feel like we really have those now. And it's really, I feel like talking to kids now, they don't want to hear from you unless you got $100 million in the bank. You driving a big body Rolls Royce or something like that.
But do you think we need to get back?
materialistic.
You think we need to get back to that time to where your neighbors can beat you? If your
think
neighbors
it'll
see your
ever
kids
get
doing
back to that
something,
time.
if your neighbors see your kids doing something they ain't supposed to do,
Well, it's easy.
you around. You don't think we should get back to that?
But do you know your neighbors?
That's
so
the
that's
point
how
I was
it's
gonna- that's what I was
easy-
gonna
it's easy
get
to
to.
say
But that's
that.
the point I was going to get to. Back then, everybody knew each other in the neighborhood.
Yeah, so you trusted them a little
Right.
bit more.
Now our neighbors are enemies. Like, I don't
know if they're your enemies. You
Man,
just
it's
you
not
doing your
necessarily
own
an enemy,
thing.
but you're probably not gonna see them unless the power's out
Exactly,
or
but that's what I'm saying.
something drastic happens. It's not like you're gonna go next door and ask for a cup of sugar no more. You don't see stuff like that.
I myself am not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, well, we need to do this, get folks with the community." Because I'm skeptical of people. I don't like people like that because I don't trust nobody no more. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "We need to get to know our neighbors." No, I think we could, but our neighbors now are not. People now are they're different now.
Ain't nothing changed though. People have always been finicky.
I know. Okay, you invite somebody in your house. Next 2 weeks, your TV gone. You come in the house.
Well, come on, but I mean, you got to be careful who you let people in your house.
Uncle's been stealing the Sega for the crack rock for years, bro.
Hey, what I'm saying is that applies to family too. You can't trust your
that's
family.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Sometimes strangers will treat you better than your damn family treat you.
That's the truth.
Which is ridiculous.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Well, I feel like people cut off people too fast. Some people. I myself am guilty of that.
I know I got a
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said that.
I got a BS meter.
Yeah,
and when I spot it, bitch, I'm out.
Yeah, I myself I'm guilty of that, but I wouldn't say guilty. I feel like it's a fine line between not wanting certain stuff around you, and if these group of people that's all they're about, then nothing's gonna change. So why try to? I mean, you guys should do this and do that. That's them. You can't change them. So I just say remove yourself.
Exactly.
Remove
It's always
from
easier
the
to
negative.
remove yourself from negative,
they're all about
negative energy.
negativity.
You don't have any energy in your life that is draining you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's cutting people off, but I say it's messing them from a far distance. But I cut them off. I ain't gonna sit here and be a hypocrite. I cut them off like fuck it. And sometimes you can be the problem. Sometimes you yourself can be the. I myself could have been a problem in those situations, and I just remove myself. Just remove myself from a situation. Period. Now there's no more drama.
Exactly.
Right. Sometimes
the problem. Now
sometimes you can be the problem. Like
exactly.
your vibes just don't mix, and you be smart enough to remove yourself.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like you say, if the vibe, you don't want no negative vibe around you, because that could really change your vibe.
It does. It changes your
Drains
vibe,
your
change
energy.
your actions, it drains you.
Drains your energy.
Because I know a lot of times I could walk into an environment, and if the vibe is off, I'm like, damn, something just don't feel right.
Not Gandhi.
No.
You never heard like Gandhi.
Gandhi, the vegan baby.
But I'm saying, but you get a vibe, like something just don't feel right. Then now you might be on guard when you first walk in there just because something just don't feel right. But usually when I walk into a place, when I walk into a spot, I'm usually open minded to whatever. But when you walk into a place and it's like something just don't feel right.
Give me an example. I need an example for you though, because that's.
Oh, you sound like me right now.
I need
right
if you saying that I need an example, because you pretty much find wherever you go. So if you saying that you felt that way, I need an example.
I mean, like, all right, I'm not.
Don't say my house either.
No.
Oh.
I mean, this is like a second home for me. I walk in here.
You need to be here twice.
I walk in here. I start picking up stuff. I start wiping stuff down. Might grab a Heineken out the refrigerator.
Heineken. What the hell?
The zero alcohol. 0% alcohol.
Nah. Ain't no Heineken in the fridge. I don't even drink. But I just like I've gone into places like I say back in the day,
Sure.
like say a game or something, and or like football. All right, put it like this. I've gone to youth football games, and it's like you walk in there and you could tell something just. It ain't fun. It's like the coaches are so stressed. people betting on games. It's just like it's not a fun environment.
Hostile environment.
It's a hostile environment. I'm like, man, I don't really want to be here, but I'm here to support. But it's like, man, I can't wait till this thing over. I'm looking at my car. I'm looking at, I'm protecting myself. I'm making sure I'm on guard just in case some stuff go off. I'm ready to get up out of here. Like that's not what I want. That's why I don't go to places like that often.
Well, for you, that, but for me, I feel like the passive aggressive type of vibes are the ones I stay away from.
Well, now go ahead, give me an example of that.
Yeah, okay, like people who have a problem with you, but they don't say nothing. That they just, your energy becomes louder at that point because you have so much like hostility built up, and it's like you walk in the building, they looking at you like. You know what I'm saying? So people who like voice that they hate you, it's like you respect them better because you know where you stand with them. People who just like passive.
That's like closet racism.
Yeah,
like,
how you feel racism, but you can't see it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the same thing.
Like one way in my face, you one way, but when you get behind closed doors,
like how you say Trump.
If you racist, be racist in my face. If you don't like me. Let me know in my face and we can go with it from there. But don't
Trump say he don't like us. We don't fuck with him either.
Well, he don't actually say that.
He said that.
He don't say that.
I heard him say that.
No, he don't say that. What you heard him say?
No, I definitely heard him say that. I ain't heard him say that, but
you heard him say grab him by the pussy?
I mean, we all grab him by the pussy.
Whoa, no. These are the views for he grabbed him by
with their consent. Hold on now, we ain't just walking up grabbing monkeys now.
No, I'm telling
podcast over. No,
I'm saying like it was somebody from his camp saying that he said he don't like black people and he think that we're lazy and
that's his lawyer. I think his lawyer said.
Well, I'm saying I didn't hear from him, but I heard that he said that.
Yeah.
So and this guy from his camp, so whoever the fuck he was, but so like we know that Trump don't like us. And we don't like him either, but you still gotta have a conversation with Trump because he a voice that he don't like.
He don't. I don't think so.
He don't hold back.
He hold back.
You think so?
I definitely think so. I think he try to be transparent to an extent.
Transparent. He orange.
He look like a transparent.
But I feel like he tried to play the political role, but you got to look at his past and his history and stuff that he's done that does let you know he don't like you. I mean, his past kind of shows it.
I saw he shook all the people's hand that was trying to shake his hand, but that one black lady that was trying to shake his hand, he like completely ignored her, and she was in front of him the whole time. Y'all didn't see that?
You mean April Ryan? Or who?
No, it was a random black lady. She was like, you know how they shake the president's hand? So he was like, shaking all the white people's hands.
I see George Bush shaking black people's hand and then wiping his hand on Bill Clinton's shirt. So,
oh shit!
Exactly. So, bro.
What is it about shaking somebody's hand though?
It isn't. People don't wash their hands. You know how many times I've seen people walk out the bathroom?
I try to dap everybody.
No, we dap down.
It's some nasty motherfuckers out here, bro. Everybody don't do what you do when you leave the bathroom. You might not wash your hands when you leave the bathroom.
Who says who? No, I don't wash my hands.
I don't know.
Sometimes
I dap it up.
See, that's why. I've seen people.
I shook your hand today.
Yeah, I dapped it up.
No, I shook your hand.
You shook my hand. Yeah. I dapped it up.
No, you didn't.
You got some soap.
You got some.
You need some hand sanitizer.
You got some shit on your hands.
Oh man, but yeah, that's not cool.
But yeah, it's a lot of nasty motherfuckers out there. So that's how you be catching these germs and shit. Watch yourself, man. Dap it up at all times, anytime possible. Dap it up.
If I don't know you, just expect to get dapped up.
Exactly. You know, it ain't no disrespect. It ain't nothing wrong with a handshake, everything. But I'm dapping it up. I dap it up in interviews.
I mean, if you going to
and I be like, what up?
You going to interview with a white man, you can't dap him up.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
I guarantee you don't get that job.
That's fine.
That might not
be
the job for you.
So why go?
Hold on. We not even. First of all, we not trying to get no job. We making sure we trying to self-employ each other because we don't need jobs from other people. We could have our own business.
So give me 3 black businesses off the top of your head.
One United, Bank United, Bank One United.
I ain't even got to go that far. I got Phase 2 barbershop. I got Natural U, and I got
Legally Black Tees.
Legally Black Tees.
Can any of these jobs pay your bills?
Can any of them pay my bills?
Pay your bills?
If I work with them, of course.
If you work with them, can they pay your bills and can you keep the same lifestyle you have right now?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure. If I wanted
Channel
to,
Black Podcast.
Channel Black Podcast.
Right now, so Channel, listen, I know y'all going with it, but right now, no, that's bullshit. We cannot. You can't work for.
Hold on, if I want,
you can't even name 3 legitimate black businesses that's gonna still give you the same lifestyle that you have right now. You can't do it. So you said if
I work that Phase 2 barbershop,
a barber. Okay, a barber.
Hold on, you just said I can't.
No, being a barber.
Puchello's banging. I know.
How much they pay?
How much they pay what? What do you mean? Huh?
How much they paying
The
you?
pink teacup.
Oh, I can't say I don't work there. I'm just saying you asking me about a
Black
black-owned business.
business.
That's a black-owned business that I know that's
Now
doing pretty well.
that's no
We
promotion.
know
a couple of
black-owned
dudes-
businesses, but these black-owned businesses ain't gonna pay your bills like
Hold
that.
on,
Right
what
now,
you mean?
right
I
now.
know a couple of lawn services that's maintaining pretty well.
So why haven't you worked for them?
Which, cause he working where he work now. What
Quit,
you mean?
quit.
Hold on.
Quick,
Now,
go work for
hold
the
on.
black man.
I did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Be careful.
Huh?
Be careful now. You know. Be careful how you say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I quit a big white corporation and went to a man who started his own business.
Yeah.
But you might not have as many mouths to feed as I do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I got me, Corey, myself, me, and I just but no, I'm just saying I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's story ain't the same.
It ain't the same, but I'm saying I would rather work.
I would love if I could find a company, a black-owned company that's gonna pay me what I'm getting right now and help me maintain my lifestyle. But I'm going in a heartbeat.
I made my move. I said I'd rather work with a black man instead of for a white man.
I agree with that.
And I feel like the man who I work for, he gave me an opportunity, not a job.
And that's what you're looking for, though.
Right.
You're looking
So
for an
I feel like
opportunity.
a white man to give you a
White
job.
man will give you a job so he can stand over and say, yeah, what to do.
But hold on, I want you to keep this in mind though. In order to have a business, you're gonna need employees. So we're not trying to downplay anybody because we working right now to build something, and we gonna need people to work with us. So it's not like we're not trying to downplay employees.
I like that you said that because being that you said that, I feel like there's a stigma of people who work. There's nothing wrong with if you want to be a worker, if you want to work. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 and coming home.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not meant to be a boss. The ones who think they want to be a boss, that shit just sounds good. But it's more to being a CEO. Like you really always working.
Always.
You're always working.
Always.
Like and people get it confused. When you're a boss or CEO, you actually work for the business because you're never off.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think you're on vacation, no, you still look at your phone or whatever, like see what's going on with this business. So I would rather have like apartment buildings or whatever like that. That's
still constant.
It's constant, but you have property manager. You hire a property manager. You don't have to worry about that shit. Yeah, that's the point. You hire a property manager once you have multiple properties. Now they just report. They do all the work, and then you know what I'm saying.
You just got to make sure that they doing what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I would say keep it black. Keep it black.
I got you. All right, I got one more thing on here for y'all, and I think L Green said he had a Johnny B story. You still got that, or you was talking about what story was that you was telling me about Johnny B?
I don't know. I can figure one out though. Yeah, we'll get one on.
Because you brought it up before we went on, and I was like, you was like, oh yeah, I got the Johnny B story. But as we talking, I'm sure I try to remember what it was.
Well, while y'all figure that out, Ben and I just told y'all the story. Let me tell the podcast. Well, another Johnny B story where it was Johnny B's birthday, and he went to like a certain restaurant, had an older white waitress. So Johnny B had on jewelry, watches and earrings and stuff like that, and he was fresh, he was fly. Mind you, Johnny B he don't look like a street dude, the stereotypical street dude. Mind you, he's like pretty boy, whatever.
I don't know about that. He kind of.
I mean,
like a wannabe.
He a wannabe, whatever Johnny B is. So y'all could just be hating, but
that's the homie though.
Yeah, he the homie, whatever. So the first thing the waitress asked him was,
This in the morning. Now
this in the morning. It's like
breakfast.
This is breakfast. It's like probably 9:30, 10 o'clock. So the waitress say, "Hey, you want some gin and juice?"
Now, it's an older white lady. This ain't no young, somebody who know about some gin and juice.
I'm looking at Johnny and be like, damn, it's 9:30, gin and juice. I said, maybe because we said it's your birthday. So, I'm like, all right, we let that go, whatever. So she come back, we don't have any gin and juice. You want some Hennessy?
Oh, not the hen dog.
At 9 in the Miggy,
so
we on the hen diggy.
Okay, Hennessy. Okay, that's two. Those are two.
Waiting for the strike.
Yeah, say that's two.
Those are two typical black drinks. So I'm like, damn, okay. And I don't like, how we, black people kind of we overly sensitive about those kind of subjects. So all right. So she came back. So Johnny B got his breakfast, grits, eggs, sausage, whatever. So she said, "You want some hot sauce?" We had some hot sauce in the back.
Yeah, no hot sauce in your bag.
So I'm like, okay, so you got gin and juice, Hennessy, and hot sauce. So I'm like, damn.
How much blacker can you get?
Okay, hot sauce on grits.
She you need a black and mild.
Yeah, black and mild or something. You know, she offered some watermelon, but so I'm looking at Johnny be like, damn, this look a little racist right here. So. All right,
played
so
it cool though.
yeah, you know, everybody played it cool. Everybody played it cool.
Played it cool.
So next thing you know, the bill comes. Everything is settled down. Whatever. The waitress goes to Johnny B and grab him on the shoulder and say, "All right, now you stay out of trouble."
Oh man, cause he look like a thug. Now.
So I'm like, you know how you look up in the air and like you kind of be like, and then you look to the side, you be like, okay. Was this what I think it was?
Johnny B took it like a champ though.
Yeah, sometimes you get confused. Like, was this one of those encounters, or was she just trying to be relatable? Because sometimes white people try to be relatable instead of just being themselves. Like, yeah, come on, hey, I listen to Tupac. Like, bitch, I don't listen to Tupac like that. What you?
Like, what the fuck they got to do? With
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm here for number one. You talking about Tupac? What's going on?
Yeah, like so they try to be relatable. So they try to use black icons that they know, and you know. But
for her defense, I hope she was trying to relate. Like, it was early in the morning.
Damn, if she would have been like, you hear that new BB King?
She would sit down somewhere. About some BB King. Oh, yeah, but Green, didn't you say you had one too, though?
Oh, so we're going to do a
Go ahead,
with the Johnny B
Johnny
story?
B. Go ahead.
All right, so
I know the people really want it. I can't. We're going to get him on here one of these days. We got to get Johnny B on the podcast.
So my dog off the chain, as we discussed already. So I had my little moving company a little while ago, so you know I had Johnny B helping me out. So
it was 3 of us, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm wrong. My apologies. We did have a big move that day, so it's me, Johnny B, and Herb that day.
Yeah.
So we moved a little white lady, no problem. She had I think 2 bedrooms or something to that nature. It wasn't that major. So by the end of the move, we were finishing up. We done moved her in. We were finishing up. So she leaves. She's like, okay, I'm going to go get you guys money, whatever the case may be.
That took a bunch of hours, too. It was like 2 hours.
Yeah, like we had, at the time she leave, we only got like 10 minutes of work left. It's only like 2 pieces left on the truck. But she's gone for like, her says, an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. So when
she called. She called and said, hey, I know I'm late. I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring y'all a nice tip.
Yeah.
So we thinking money coming.
Yeah.
Johnny B looking line right, bro.
Johnny B like,
how we gonna break this down?
Hey, we finna leave here, bro. We finna go hit the club. I'm finna go take Miss Saul. We done eat, planning his night. We finna do after we get paid or whatever. So the lady come back 2 hours later. We're a little tired. We're a little frustrated now because we supposed to be gone by now. You feel me? So she come back and she hands me a bag. She hands me the money for the move, which we made for the move, which was the charge for the move, and she hands me a bag, Publix bag. I shit you not, I get a bag to Johnny B because I ain't paying no attention.
He trying to count the money.
I'm trying to make sure the money right. I get a bag to Johnny B. Like, Johnny B was in the bag. What's going on?
I look at Johnny B. Johnny B. looking around like, nah,
Johnny B got this look of disgust on his face,
like,
and I'm looking at Johnny B. like, bro, why you looking like what's going on? So I look at her like, bro, what was in the bag? What's going on? This lady done bought us back macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, and watermelon as our tip.
No money.
Nothing other than what she paid for the move. It took everything in me and her to restrain Johnny B and keep him in the movie. Put it like that, cause he was ready to snap, man. He was calling all kind of names outside of her name, and that ain't the company that ain't the business I was trying to provide. Even though I felt like we got short change, I was still trying to keep a.
Now, mind you, we waited for her to come back.
Corporate.
Not no 20 minutes, not 30 minutes.
This lady was going an hour and a half, 2 hours.
So when we think
Johnny B sitting there, he on the phone, so he on the phone with this little girl. He think he finna go link up with her. He finna get a nice little check. He telling her what they finna do tonight, where he finna take her.
About to get broke off.
So she come up with this fried chicken, watermelon, and macaroni, and boy, Johnny B whole mindset changed.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's just
that was crazy.
Another look into the life of Johnny B. That boy fool, man.
Johnny B, I know you listening, man. Listen, Don't be scared, bro. Don't be mad. I know you know we always chop it up anyway, but don't be scared to come on the podcast, man.
We're gonna get you on here one day, bro.
For real.
You always talking about you coming in when it's Sunday. You always got an excuse about why you ain't in the play.
We know you ain't got no job. You like Tommy from Martin.
For real.
You ain't got no job. We never. I mean, we know you. We know you getting money.
So you saying he black because he got a job because he black?
Nah, cause we ain't never seen his job. What you mean? We always see him in front of that building.
The man could be in real estate.
He always in front of that building. We don't know what he do.
A big white building with no windows.
For real, he like Tommy from Martin.
That bitch just say building.
So we never see him come in. We never see him going in. We never see him coming out. But we always in front of that building though. But let me see what else we got on here. I think that's all we have for this episode. Yeah, I go with this.
I hope everybody got a little more informed about Dr. Sebi. I got a little clearer look at Nipsey Hussle and our feelings on him. He was definitely a pillar in the community that was taken from us way too soon.
Definitely.
And I'm personally myself tired of losing pillars of our community too soon. But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I get aggravated because I feel like what can we do about it? And I'm tired of posting about it on social media. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of saying, man, what we gonna do? Like, I'm tired of that shit. So
let's have this discussion, man. I mean, y'all listening to us, give us some ideas. What can we do? Like, what can we do to stop losing people that are trying to help us? People that are helping us, actually. What can we do?
Well, that goes to talk about the revolution. We're gonna talk about that next episode.
Like Killer Mike said, though.
Nah,
Killer Mike said, though, we ain't ready for no revolution.
Yeah,
we can't fund no revolution.
Thing,
we can't feed ourselves. We can't arm ourselves. We can barely clothe our fucking selves. If it ain't so, revolution. I don't know if we own that yet. Yeah. But that's definitely what we need. It's easy to say, but that's definitely what we need to be working toward.
There's more to it than a fighting, though.
Exactly. It's deeper than fighting. It's not just fighting. Yeah. It's so much deeper than fighting.
Yeah,
but that's definitely what we need to be working toward.
What the gents are talking about? I don't know if y'all saw the video, but it was a video Killer Mike at a panel, and he had said some words that
deep.
I think it definitely resonated with us here.
Deep.
At the Channel Black Podcast.
We'll probably get into that more next episode.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think we'll try to get that on. We'll probably even try to get the clip on.
But if you can find it, hey, check it out because it's definitely worth the watch and the listen.
Look up Killer Mike on Revolution.
And I think it's Killer Mike Ask. If you get on YouTube, I believe it's Killer Mike Ask, and by the time you get Killer Mike Ask, it'll
enunciate that right now. Let me give Killer Mike. I want to give Killer Mike his flowers right now because he's definitely a pillar of our community that's doing so much for us. Yeah. And I don't want to wait till, Lord forbid, something tragic happens to him to be trying to, go back and say, oh, Killer Mike, let him know now that he's one of the dopest artists, dopest leaders out there. And we definitely...
Run the jewels.
Definitely dope.
Run the jewels.
Definitely appreciate him.
You know what Killer Mike said? The key to his success was a strong black woman behind him.
Got a good girl. You got a good girl in this
one. His woman is what changed him and made him become a better man. So, big ups to...
Enunciate.
I'm sorry. Big ups to powerful black women. Big ups to conscious black women. Big ups to the women who's actually uplifting man and not taking from a man. So
keep motivating.
Definitely have a dope woman in your back.
And if you got a dope woman in your back, know that.
I don't even want to say on your back. I would say on your side. She don't need to be behind you. She need to be right next to you while y'all making these power moves or making moves.
Well, I think it's subjective too, because I think sometimes you can be behind your woman.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well,
she
however,
behind you. That's in certain things. Like I think you should take turns leading in whatever you're strong in. If she's strong in certain things, you can stand behind her. You strong, she can stand behind you. That's my opinion.
You good? That's cool. As we wrapping up, I hope you like this episode. We touched on Dr. Sebi, Nipsey Hussle, mentoring, and we want to hear from y'all. Join the discussion. We want to hear y'all feedback, good, bad, and indifferent, or whatever y'all got going on. Hit us up on social media. Like I say, Facebook, Channel Black. On Twitter, channel_podcast. On Instagram, Channel Black Podcast. And our email is the channelblackpodcast@yahoo.com. And Black Love. We
Stay
want to
black,
promote.
baby.
We want to promote that Black Love.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that when people look at us, they don't just look at us as like. I don't want like I put it like this. There's times me and my wife and my kids will go to the grocery store, and that's those some nice kids, and I ask my wife, are those your kids?
Wow, yes.
And they'll be like, are they? Then they'll look at me, are those your kids? I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, those are both.
I guess in today's society, though, you got.
I understand, but at the same time, we don't want that to be the narrative. That's how they look. That's how they look at us. Not saying that it happens.
But
That's
it
true.
don't.
It's cool.
But it's not. It's not just us. They do that to try to embarrass us because shit. They go through the same shit as 16-year-old. They got shows about 16-year-old white honky kids getting. Come on now.
Like I said, I just want to change the narrative. I want to change the narrative as if that's all we got. I mean, it happens and it's cool. Like we love.
We just get exposed more.
It's not, but it's saying I'm not trying to make it seem like it's an issue. But at the same time, we want to promote the ones that are actually out there doing.
It's a fucking issue.
Because I feel like they promote that more.
Huge double standard.
They promote that more than they promote the Black Love of people that's actually, married or with kids. And, if they have blended family, they have blended family. That's cool.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And that is absolutely nothing
but
wrong with that.
Organic family is beautiful as well.
We just want to make sure that we want to promote Black Love. Like, that's it.
That's it.
Nothing more, nothing less. Like I said, we want to change the narrative, and we want to support black business. We I want to shout out somebody real quick. Hey Online Media, HAY Online Media. I think we're gonna try to do something with them real soon. HAY Online Media. Shout out to that group over there and what they're doing over there. We like what they're doing.
Big up.
And hopefully in the near future we could work on doing some things together. Also, the Soul Rollers, they doing an event. They're gonna be part of an event on July 3rd at Extreme. What the thing called?
Extreme karting,
something like that on Powerline.
Extreme Motorsports.
Extreme
Motorsports or something like that.
I mean, it's Extreme on Powerline.
Yeah, on Powerline.
I know where it's at.
Powerline commercial.
Powerline commercial. Around the corner.
It's supposed to be right
next
adult.
to DJs.
It's supposed to be a fun and an adult event where there can be some skating going on. And like I say, the homie, he put me on to it, and I definitely want to promote that event that's going on. It should be fun. If y'all available, go check it out and tell them Channel Black Podcast sends you. Again, probably don't get no discount, but we just let them know we sent you. So that okay, Channel Black Podcast sent you. Too much dead air, so I ain't gonna do it like that. But we're gonna get out of here. We appreciate y'all for listening. Tell a friend that we got a podcast, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the like button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Listen to it a bunch of times. Listen to it while you getting dressed in the morning, while you driving to work, while you at work, so everybody can hear it and join the discussion.
And if you think we need to get deeper into Dr. Sebi or Nipsey Hussle, you think they need their own segments or their own little, let us know. We'll get on that too.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else, gents?
No, we good.
We
Stay
good?
black, baby.
Stay black. Let's do it.
Yeah, this motherfucker, man.
It's the Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast. It's the Channel Black Podcast.
Yeah, good show, bro. I like the bought it today. You really bought it. Bought that energy.
Yeah, I think that was good. This is a lot better. We're getting better each episode.
Every week, bro. That's all we do. Try to get better, baby.
Every time.
Peace and love.